busts him in the head. You know what I mean?
What do you bust him in the head with?
He busts him in the head with a dildo. Like a dildo that this dude's walking around the whole fucking movie with, like, as like a walking stick or some shit. And basically, this dude.
Hi, I'm Chris. This is Crack.
Yo.
This is another episode of 4 minute and 20-second film reviews. What did we watch?
This week we watched Lost Love. It's directed by David Claypool, and this was a suggestion by Rod Lanham and Danny Jones. So shout out to y'all.
I didn't know they let you watch weird movies in the nursing home. Alright, so we're gonna start the timer out for 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Do a film review. You ready?
Yeah.
Boom. What was it about?
First of all, it was like a black and white film. You know what I mean? It was about to start this dude, Lenny or Leonard, who's like the main character, lives upstairs from this porn shop. You know, the whole building's owned by this dude, Poppy. You know, and they have like this little peep show in there, like a peep booth or something, and they're always showing porn in there. So this dude Lenny, all day's in there. You know what I mean? Huffing paint. You know what I mean? And watching this weird porn and shit like that. Dude's also like a window washer and has never had like a girlfriend or nothing, you know what I mean? And he's like, he's watching this girl, you know, that sells flowers or whatever. You know what I mean? And he's like imagining being with her or whatever. One day he goes out to huff some paint in the fucking, you know what I mean, in the alley and finds her dead, you know what I mean? And he like picks her up, brings her upstairs into his house, and he's like talking to her, you know. He fucking puts her in a rocking chair, like nails her arms in. He's like spray painting her and talking to her and shit, props her head up. Then he's like hangs her from the ceiling with a bunch of different strings like a fucking marionette and like pulling her fucking arm and making her move and shit. He's dreaming that she's telling him that like, oh, I love you and thank you for helping me the last couple of days. All types of weird shit like that, you know what I mean? From there, basically, this dude's huffing paint again, and he goes downstairs watching the porn in that fucking place, and he catches a snuff flick of the girl he has upstairs getting kidnapped, raped, and killed, you know what I mean? He sees the dude snap her neck, and then the dude looks up at the camera, and then the dude Lenny's like, oh shit, and he realizes that the dude knows Poppy or recognizes him from somehow that he knows Poppy or whatever. Goes to talk to Poppy, you know what I mean? Poppy's like, you know, who's blind by the way, is, you know what I mean? Goes to talk to him and shit, and this dude's like, oh, I had no choice, I had to do it or whatever. So the dude takes off his glasses and fucking, the dude Lenny like takes his fucking dildo and hits him in the face with it and fucking knocks him out. You know what I mean? And then he takes up his fucking, his like spray paint, lights a match, and then fucking lights the crib on fire. The whole building on fire, you know what I mean? And then he peels out, and that's it.
What'd you like about it?
I liked it. It was a good fucking, it was an original idea. It was pretty dope.
Sure was.
Yeah. It was, you could tell it was like kind of low budget, but it was still like, it had a great, it was a dope flick.
Yeah.
It was all black and white, but that one part when they showed him like watching the snuff film of her getting killed, you know what I mean? It was, that was the only part that was in color. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. Kind of like artistic type of shit or whatever, you know what I mean?
It was like an unexpected jolt.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I like that. Other than that, shit, there's a couple things. I like the quote at the end. So as the dude walks out, it's like better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. You know what I mean? It's just like a famous quote or whatever, but it kind of, I'm like, how does that fit this movie? Because I'm only thinking of it as some fucked up killer, like weird, you know, so they killed this chick and then he kidnaps, like he takes her body, like it's weird, but it was really like this dude fell in love with that girl, and it was like kind of like a sick, twisted love story in a way. So it kind of like made that, I don't know, kind of made me like figure, I don't know, it was pretty dope. But other than that, you know, the only thing I didn't like about it is that the movie was like a little short, you know what I mean? 40 minutes, could have been a little longer. but if it was going to be longer, it might have just dragged on, and I would have hated that too. So, other than it being too short, I was still out of a possible 3.5. I'm gonna give it a 3.2 on the scale. This shit was fresh still, and I appreciate y'all, Rod and Danny, for suggesting this fucking movie. And yeah, this shit.
Yeah, I guess a little backstory, because I know a lot of people try to find the movies that we watch if they haven't seen them before, but this one will probably be really hard to find. Rod uncovered the movie from the wild somehow, and he's the only person that had copies for a while, and he kind of set everybody up that has copies with it. So there's not really many copies of the movie that even exist. So it might be a hard one to check out, but it's still really cool that there's still movies out there that nobody's ever seen like this.
Yeah.
So
Yo, if any of y'all know, you know what I'm saying, some movies that you want us to watch, or y'all people's or y'all directed movies or whatever, I mean, get in touch with the King of the Witches Facebook page or the YouTube. Hit us up and find out how to get us a copy. We'll watch it and we'll review it, yo.
yeah, but if you're gonna send a DVD, make sure that shit make sure it works.
Yeah, legit. We watched a couple flicks. Watched a couple flicks so far. We got like halfway through and didn't play all the way through. So, you know what I mean? If you suggested something or sent us something and you didn't get it reviewed, that's probably why. I'm not gonna put you on blast up here, but yeah, man. So get at us on here. Subscribe, like the page, all that shit.
Learn to burn DVDs.
Yeah, we'll see y'all in a week.
Yeah, thanks. See you later.
Peace.
Love you. Hi, I'm Chris. This guy's crack.